So you also, here's the other thing. A lot of people that voted for Zoran Mandami weren't actually just like working class people. He had a lot of people. This is a new group of people that are now coming up, and a lot of them are voting for the Democrats. And this particular group is not the old working class group, like who work in factories or that sort of thing. This particular group, this new group, is actually people who got a university degree, a college degree, and they paid huge amounts to go to college because they thought, based on this, on what happened in history in previous times, that if they got that college degree, that yes, they would end up with a debt, but they would be able to pay that debt off and then they would make a lot of money. Unfortunately, because of AI, because of the different, the way things are structured, robotics, the way a lot of things are structured differently, you have a whole bunch of people who are well-meaning who went and spent 4 years or 6 years studying, like, I don't know, like engineering, like software engineers. You spent 4 years studying software engineer, you come out, and now your job doesn't exist anymore. A lot of those people are really angry now and they voted for Zoran Mandami. That was a big, high tuition. That's right. So what happened to these people? These people now have a massive debt and they don't have a job. So they spent 4 years of their life studying their asses off, and now they have this massive debt and they don't have a job. That is the worst of the worst. Like, you think about that, right? Back in the old times, if you had, not the old times, even like 10 years ago, you would go, you knew you were going into debt, but you thought, no, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be on a high wage. I'll be able to make, but now it's like, it's all so bad, And so I totally understand. I have a 20-year-old son who's currently at university, and one of his friends was studying web design for websites, like web design. And he'd been studying it for 2 years. But because web design now has become so like AI has kind of taken over web design, it's been automated, he's basically stopped doing it after 2 years and he's changed to do something else, right? So he spent 2 years studying this particular course at university. He now has a debt. He's got to pay that for 2 years. And now he's going to have to spend another 4 years, 2 more years that he was going to do something that is going to be hopefully not being taken over by AI. For my son, luckily he picked something in the healthcare industry, and the healthcare industry is one of those industries that is actually growing. So again, I think I understand the why young people are really angry. I understand why they're angry. And a lot of these people, if you look at the people who voted for Zoran Mandami, a big chunk of those were people with university degrees who now have massive debts and can't get a job. That is the new group of people that never really existed before. We never had a group of people that was so large that, did all the right things. What were you told at school? Go to university, and if you go to university, you'll have a good life. That was what you were told to do, and that was generally true. That was a true